Oh, yeah, so Joe runs in from the right of the main bunker. I run in from the back to cover him. And I no sooner get into the first floor of the bunker, I hear this thump-thump right over my head. And I'm trying to tell Joe there's someone up. I'm like, Joe. And Joe didn't hear me because he was paying attention, shooting at somebody over that way. So I look up through the trap door, and this kid steps across and just squats down like this. I'm just looking up at his big old hairy butt. Like, oh, it doesn't get any better than this. I just took my gun, stuck him in the butt with it, pushed a little bit, and said, yo, dude, surrender or die. He's like, all right. And the next thing I see is a CO2 tank coming down between his legs. He's passing his gun down to me, so I didn't pound him.
Americans traditionally love to fight. All real Americans love the sting of battle. Americans love a winner and will not tolerate a loser. Americans play to win all the time. I wouldn't give a hoot in hell for a man who lost and laughed.
So, Ed.
Yeah, Mark?
Have you ever killed a man?
No, actually, I haven't.
Would you ever kill a man?
I don't think I would. I hope I never would.
Would you ever buy a weapon?
Probably not. I'm sort of against guns and the whole violence thing.
Do you think there's a lot of violence out there towards, your fellow man, like?
Yeah, definitely. It seems like the generation that we're growing up in and everything that's going on, it's pretty crazy, actually. I think something we were talking about the other day, we were watching the news, and it's just like 30 minutes of pure violence, and then that's it. It's like there's no good news or anything. It's just death and crime and murder, and it's just terrible.
Do you have any tape?
Teenager's videotape has been putty in the hands of the prosecutor, showing first-hand evidence of the shooting of innocent pedestrians with paint pellets. The tape has been played on TV stations nationwide, but 3 of the 4 teenagers who took part in this night on the town have pleaded not guilty in court and accused the prosecution of overreaction. They each face up to 8 years in prison.
What do you know about paintball?
Paintball? Not much, actually. This is going to be my first time ever, so I'm actually really excited.
Did you see the thing with the kids on video on the news, and they're shooting people?
I saw pieces of that.
What did you think of that?
Were they using real guns? I can't remember. Were they just shooting paintballs? Paint guns? Then we might be talking about 2 different things. I might not have seen that. Did they videotape it?
Yeah, they videotaped themselves doing it.
Oh.
And then they got caught, and the cops got them, and they looked at the tape and saw they were shooting people with paintballs.
Oh, so it wasn't like nothing big.
Star Trek gave me some refuge from my work every day. Coming home, working all week long, I used to plop on the couch and watch Star Trek, and for 1 hour I didn't have to think about humanity, I didn't have to think about anything, I just enjoyed myself and all these wonderful ships.
And that's what I hate, because you expect everyone else to like Star Trek as much as you do.
That's true.
And that's the only way you can talk to people, which I think is a big problem.
You think it's my only way of relating everything
Yeah,
to
I mean,
Star
I think
Trek?
it's sort of like an unnatural segue into conversation.
Yeah, but what's wrong with Star Trek? Look.
I don't think there's anything wrong with Star Trek. I like Star Trek,
Is that
but you're
Enterprise
obsessed
A?
with it.
Enterprise B?
You're 34 years
Enterprise
old,
C?
and all you have are Star Trek ships all over the place.
I like
look.
Star Trek.
He's wearing a shirt!
This is what you're going to be using.
Oh, shit. This is scary.
What do you think about that?
I don't know. I kind of have problems with it. But really, this is kind of bizarre. Although, yeah, it's just kind of weird. I mean, it looks really fake. So it looks fake, though. It looks like it's something like you would get at a toy store.
Yeah, but it's weighted, and it's metal, and I like it.
Plus, there's just something strange about things that are created to, like that.
Yeah, it is.
Focus on someone
and
and kill
actually,
them.
yeah,
It's kind of fucked up.
it is sort of.
Because I figured if I was ever going to kill someone, it would be
We're
with
gonna have fun.
supernatural powers. Seriously.
This is no bullshit. These paintballs are hard. They're traveling at 280 feet per second. Any math majors? You do the math, that comes out to 190 miles an hour. If this paintball hits you in the eye, I guarantee 2 things. Number 1, you're gonna lose your eye. All right? And number 2, we're gonna call Pocono Mountain Medical Center. An ambulance is gonna come screaming in here, drag your happy butt to the hospital, and they're gonna life flight you to Wills Eye Hospital in Philadelphia. 2 years ago, I watched a 13-year-old boy get his right eyeball ripped in half. I am not going to see that today. Fireworks and booby traps are not permitted. That includes smoke and paint grenades, fragmentation or concussion grenades, claymores, or any personnel lines, barbed or concertina wire. No, none of that stuff. There's a guy right behind you, pegging me. To your left. I gotcha, Miller. Marissa, someone underneath. All right. I got you right in the head. Is that you? Marissa. Sorry, I thought it was someone else.
I had a whole bunch of guys shooting at me.
You.
Well, I was out there, and Whip came around and he shot me.
Whip got you, huh?
Whip got me,
oh
yeah.
my goodness. Well, you got hit by the best.
How do you guys feel about it from yesterday to today? Like, what's changed about how you feel about the game, or has anything?
Oh, I think it sucks even more than I thought it sucked yesterday.
Does she keep getting shot? Or she's just bitter?
I got kind of pissed off because I expressed my feelings and then someone made like fun of me, like, well, are you just bitter? And I kind of felt like we weren't allowed to like not like it.
Yeah.
You know, like we had to have fun or else we were just a bunch of jerks, which really pissed me off.
Or we were, as Whip, the group leader, put it, we were pussies.
Right. That really offended me.
Yeah, we were pussies.
Jason was running, and he had the flag. He was the other team. He was about to tie it on our pole, and we had 2 people back to defend, and we shot him. The next thing I know, I have 6 people in blue next to me, and there's 1 white guy left sitting way in the back behind the tree, and they finally swung around him and got him, and I got to tie the flag on the pole, and we won. It's exciting. It was really fun.
I should have been smarter. I should have known that this is what we're going to get ourselves into. But until you come out here and you actually put these things on and you're shooting a gun, and even though it's not real, I mean, you don't really know what it's like. And it was kind of scary to be hanging out with a bunch of people who really got into it.
An army is a team. It lives, eats, sleeps, fights as a team. This individuality stuff's a bunch of crap. The bilious bastards who wrote that stuff about individuality for the Saturday Evening Post don't know anything more about real battle than they do about fornicating. All right, now you sons of bitches, you know how I feel. That's all.